Thank you for listening to the Business Blast podcast. So for all my listeners out there that have been wanting to do your own podcast, I'd like to introduce to you Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcast. So before I found Anchor, I had never actually done a podcast because all the research that I had gathered made it seem very complex. Then I found Anchor, and Anchor makes podcasting extremely simple. So if you want to do your own podcast, go to anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. Welcome to the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. This episode is brought to you by Authors Unite. Authors Unite provides you with all the resources you need to become a successful author. You can learn more about Authors Unite and join the free community at authorsunite.com. Now, let's jump into the episode. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. Today, I have Mark Hamade with us. He's a private equity partner, operations visionary, business health and life coach, USMC veteran, 7-time surgery champion, stage 4 cancer champion, and went from 44% body fat to 9%. So welcome to the show, man.
Thank you.
Of course, man. Pumped to have you here. We'll dive into the first one. The first question I have for you is, what is the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
Well, the combination of stories, really, beating stage 4 cancer to 7 surgeries, losing to 220 pounds. I have below average genetics and below average intelligence. But the bottom line, it was hard work and focus that made me successful in business and to beat all those.
And what's the most valuable piece of information we should know that's within your expertise or industry?
I execute. I get it done. That's the bottom line. It's getting it done. Going from where you are to where you want to be. I make it happen.
And what is your best piece of overall business advice?
If you cannot articulate your vision, you cannot recruit or generate financial opportunities. And I would say also, without people problems, you have no problems.
I like that. And if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
Health is wealth.
And in your opinion, what is the key to happiness?
When you're at the bottom, like when I was about to die, I was so happy because I knew I could only go one way, and that was up. And when I'm on top right now, I'm always grateful to be on top because I know I want to stay there and not go down. So now I'm always happy.
And what is the best book that you've read, and what was the number one thing you learned from that?
Business Adventures by John Brooks. What's great about that is no matter how iconic a company is, or good or bad, everything is defined by a particular moment. That particular moment where that light bulb goes up. It can blow you up or make you succeed.
And what is your favorite quote and why?
Your heartaches and misfortunes will turn by not ever giving up. Because we are all blessed, and no matter how bad things get, it's always about being good.
Dude, thank you so much for coming on. You've achieved and accomplished so much, so I really appreciate you coming on here. The last question I have for you before we let you go is, where is the best place for people to find you online?
MarkHamade.com, or just Google Mark Hamade, MarkHamade, and you'll find me.
Perfect, brother. Thank you again for joining us. Really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure and an honor, Tyler. Have a wonderful day.